Hey, it's Ashlyn and welcome to my series of getting every mastery in Brawl Stars. So far, I've mastered all of these brawlers and it's time to get my 16th one on, in my opinion, the easiest brawler in Brawl Stars, and that has to be Shelly. Shelly has gone through so many ups and downs over the years. She went from being a good brawler to the worst brawler in Brawl Stars, and now, with the addition of Hypercharges, she is one of the best brawlers in Brawl Stars and dominates in every single mode. Although she is really simple to play, she still takes quite a bit of skill if you want to play her at a higher level. We're going to be doing that in this video because I pushed her to over 1,100 trophies. I find Shelly so much fun to play, so let's get her mastery together. Before we do though, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a mastery video. Let's get into it. For this mastery push, I'm going to be playing Bounty, Gem Grab, Hot Zone, Brawl Ball, Heist, and surprisingly Showdown. I know, even I'm surprised. I get the first half of Shelly's mastery without Hypercharge and the second half with. And honestly, whether you have her Hypercharge or not, she is still so good. I'm starting at Silver 1 and 984 trophies. I'm playing on Canal Grande Bounty. Guys, most of the time, you do not want to be playing Shelly on Bounty, especially on high trophy ladder where you do not know what brawlers you're going up against. But because of all the grass and the walls on this map, it's not that bad for tanks, which automatically makes Shelly viable to counter them. And even if there aren't any tanks, if you use Shelly's gadget, Clay Pigeons, you can reach the long range brawlers as well. You just gotta use it wisely so you don't run out of gadgets. Without Clay Pigeons, Shelly isn't that good against a lot of brawlers. I was already pretty close to Silver 2, so within a few games, I hit Silver 2 and eventually even hit rank 30 for the first time on Shelly. Now, we're gonna be playing on 1,000 trophy ladder. Switching it up to Gem Grab, Gem Fort. Another bushy map, making it perfect for Shelly. The only thing you really need to be careful of are brawlers like Nita or Tara on this map. Tara is definitely the most annoying one for Shelly to deal with because her gadget, Support from Beyond, gives Shelly only two options. Waste all your ammo trying to kill the Tara pets and die anyways, or run away and lose all positioning. Yeah, not that great. We had a lot of close games playing in Gem Grab, but we did very quickly get to Silver 3. Then I played on Infinite Doom Bounty. Yes, another grassy map for Shelly. Some things you need to worry about with this map in Shelly or any tank or close range brawler in general is what the heck you are going to do if the enemy breaks all of your grass and walls. Shelly kind of gets away with an open map sometimes because again of her gadget, Clay Pigeons, which gives her extra range, and once you have your super, everyone's just scared of you. So you really have to use it at the perfect times. What this Colt should do here is try to break as many walls and tiles of grass as possible because we're all short range and he outranges us. It'll make it a lot easier for him to reach us and have vision on us, but clearly he's a bot. So even at 1,000 trophy matchmaking, I don't even know how the Colt got into our lobby. This game was a game that got me to Gold 1 on Shelly. So quick, I know. I collected this exclusive pin and then Hypercharge was released. I got Shelly's Hypercharge for free from the Hypercharge challenge. 25% more speed, 25% more damage, 15% more shield, and her super is 33% larger. I mean, look at it just in the training cave. This is so satisfying. So it's been a while since I last played Shelly and Brawl Stars ate my trophies. So I'm at 999, but not for long. I'm playing on Dueling Beetles Hot Zone. Also, Chuck was just released at this point, and for the first few games, I had no idea how he worked. Looking at him, I thought Shelly would be perfect to counter him, but he is so crazy fast. I'm dead before I even knew he was coming.
Thank you all for making me look good.
I love Chuck, but the things he can do in this game are insane and seem so unfair. I already know he's going to be getting some crazy nerfs. He gets a super way too fast. My teammates decided that Jessie was a really good way of countering him. Honestly, it kind of worked. This game was so close, 96% to 74%. Oh, I totally forgot my Hypercharge until I saw the other Shelly use it. That's gonna be happening a lot in this video. I'm still getting used to it. Look at me, I was so ready here. No one's getting in my zone. If Chuck even dares to come here, I am blasting him straight in the face. It was so close. And then we moved on to Gem Grab, Crystal Arcade. I don't see many people playing Shelly here, not because she's bad, but because there are much better brawlers to play here, and people tend to play Shelly's worst nightmare here, which is Tara. I'm sorry, but I will abandon my lane if there is a Tara. I'm running the other way. Thankfully, during these games, I didn't need to do that. There was a Tara, but it wanted to play mid for some reason, so it saved me. My job as Shelly in this mode and map is mainly to stay up and keep the enemies in their spawn or as far back as possible so my teammates can just relax. In this matchup, I want to keep the walls up and try not to break them if I can with my super. They're perfect for me to hide behind. Again, if this Colt was smart, he should have just broken the walls to make it easier for him, but for some reason he didn't do that, so of course we won. After my teammates left, I played Shelly with randoms at above 1,000 trophies. I was playing on Heist, Pit Stop. I am really trying to prove that Shelly is viable in pretty much every mode, even with randoms. When I think of Heist, I never think of Shelly unless it's to counter other brawlers. The main thing you want to do in Heist is defend. In Heist, there's always a lot of tanks and brawlers that can get on the safe really fast. All you need is your super to stop them from doing any damage. In terms of team comp, Shelly goes really well with damage dealers that can trust you to defend while they ignore all the brawlers and just kind of focus on getting safe damage on the enemy side. You can see in this game, I'm mainly staying back until the end of the game where I know I can just rush and end the game with my team. I don't know if you noticed, but I forgot to use my Hypercharge again. It's like gadgets all over again. I keep forgetting and it took me so long to remember to use them. It was also underdog somehow, I don't even know. Playing with randoms was so up and down, but I did eventually get some teammates. I'm playing on Hot Zone Iron Cover. We have a Chuck on our team. Chuck is honestly free trophies once you figure out how to use him. This is when I realized how insane Chuck actually is. He just zooms past you and you cannot do anything. Shelly's super doesn't even stop him. That's the crazy part. You have to figure out his path once he puts down his poles. And you have to wait at the end, making sure you're not in the way of his poles or he will just destroy you. It's so hard to do this in Hot Zone because all of his poles are right there in the center and you want to be standing there to get zone time. So no matter what, as long as you're in the zone, he will just zoom past you and destroy you and then leave. What's even crazier is that if he has super right at his spawn, by the time he gets to the zone using his super, he still has his invincibility shield on. So he can't even do anything. And when his shield does disappear, he just zooms right back to his spawn to avoid taking too much damage. There's absolutely nothing you can do. These games got me to gold 2 on Shelly, and I also got back to over 1,000 trophies after tilting with randoms. I got this player icon, which is okay. There's other weapon type of icons in the game already, so it's nothing special, although the shotgun is Shelly's signature feature. I continued to play on this map with Phil because I was going to take full advantage of having a Chuck on my team and playing on this map. This matchmaking was also above 1,100 trophies because of his Chuck. X joined your team, and this first matchup is pretty funny because before queuing up, X literally said, "A thrower would really mess us up," and guess what? Immediately, there were 2 throwers on the other team. So I know what I have to do is get my super and just prioritize breaking the walls. When I try to break the walls, I try to hit someone at the same time so I do get some supercharge back. This game was pretty difficult. As Hex predicted, I think Phil went in and died 10 times and got like 2 kills, but there's not much else he can do, and it kind of worked. I could have done a better job opening up more of the walls, honestly, but it did get much easier towards the end once more of the walls were broken, and we won the game. Honestly, going 2-10 in a game and still winning just shows how broken and crazy this brawler is. Next, we have Infinite Doom again. I play with OG and Tacos. The build that I use for Shelly is Band-Aid Store Power, Clay Pigeon's gadget, damage gear, and gadget charge. I know a lot of people like playing Shell Shock over Band-Aid. Shell Shock is definitely more visually impactful and goes really well with Clay Pigeons, but it got a nerf a while back and only lasts 2 seconds now. Gaining 2000 health from Band-Aid is so much better because it's so unexpected for the enemy team when they think you're about to die and Shelly pops her Band-Aid and now you gained 2000 health out of nowhere. It has saved me from dying at the perfect moment countless times, so I definitely prefer Band-Aid. Clay Pigeons is even nicer when you have gadget charge gear on because you don't have to use your Clay Pigeons as sparingly, and in some games you can literally keep spamming it right off cooldown. I got a team takedown here even though I think I stole all the kills from my teammates. They just set up the perfect kills. I had to take the opportunity. Moving on to Kaboom Canyon Heist. Sans is playing his Chuck, which means this is going to get really cheesy. My Shelly is also at 1,100 trophies at this point. As always, using my gadget first to get a few shots off. You're always bound to hit at least someone at the beginning, even if you auto-aim it, which is usually what I do. I was expecting someone to be there at the top left. There usually is. I think the Chuck came after, so I went for the Cordelius instead. I wanted to sneak up on the Chuck here, but I got too excited. You can see Band-Aid is so good because it saved me here. Without it, I 100% should have died. It allowed me to kill the Chuck before he was able to put down another one of his poles. This whole game, I'm never really pushing up with my teammates. I'm just staying back because I know the Chuck is going to zoom right up here and get on safe, so I'm playing my part in defending. I know it's this pole that he comes to every time, so I'm just hovering around it, being annoying. He has no choice but to not use his super. He's still trying to get his poles lined up and Sans is just BMing. Just look at him take his time. Just watching him play Chuck is so funny. Here's another game playing against this ridiculous brawler. I popped my gadget at the beginning again, and this time there's 2 of them on my lane, which is perfect. I get a few really good shots in. I killed a Colt and I have no idea what this Chuck was doing. I don't know why he supered in like that. It was probably just like a panic super. There's so many opportunities I have here to just get on safe and do damage, but I'd probably get a few shots off, die, and then lose all positioning for my teammates. So instead, I play for the whole team and focus on keeping good positioning. I'm also waiting for the Chuck so our Chuck can ignore everyone and just move up. I take out the Colt here and focus him instead of the other enemies because Colt is going to do the most damage to the save. The other 2 without their supers aren't going to do nearly as much as the Colt. My team is doing really good, mostly ignoring them and trying to get on safe. I'm just waiting around here for Chuck, and before we know it, we win the game. I have no idea what was going on with the top half of the map and their safe the entire time. I was just making sure that our safe was okay. Now I'm at 1,120 trophies. At this point, matchmaking takes a while, and for every win I get 4 trophies, and if I lose, I think I lose like 10 or 11, so we have to make sure to win. I really want to get to at least rank 33 during this mastery push, so I'm playing on Shelly's best mode, Brawl Ball, on the map Field Goal. I'm playing with OG and Square, who is also playing brawlers pretty high in trophies. Of course, pop my gadget first thing. Square gets a really nice Buster gadget. This matchup is so satisfying because Shelly counters both Bull and Jackie, and it's not hard for me to deal with Pearl as well. We get such an easy and quick goal. I already have my super here, so I'm not going to use my gadget. I see the Bull goes the other way, which sets up such a nice super for me. I gadgeted right after supering to try and get damage and recharge my super. I actually remember to pop my Hypercharge. Square gives me such a nice pass with the ball, and I score on the Pearl again. Shelly is actually insane. I feel so unstoppable with my Hypercharge sometimes. I think the best way to use Shelly's Hypercharge is waiting until you're either extremely close to your super or have your super, your Band-Aid is fully charged up, you have your gadget ready, and you have good positioning. Of course, you can't do this every single time. Sometimes you just gotta use it whenever you can. I had to do the classic shoot and super the wall with Shelly. That's why Shelly is so good in Brawl Ball. She's such a great ball scorer. I'm not a ball scorer at all. I hate scoring the ball. I think I'm terrible at it, but with Shelly, I actually feel confident in scoring the ball. Okay, this was my last game to rank 33. We're up against 2 Hypercharge brawlers, and you'll see just how much better Band-Aid is when matched against another Shelly. At this point, both teams have already scored. I'm just waiting out the other Shellys play pigeons at the beginning because I don't want to also be hit by the stew. I try to play it really patient. The Pearl uses its burn on me, but because I'm using Band-Aid, it helps me there and I don't die. The other Shelly supers me and I'm only slowed for like 2 seconds. I honestly barely notice it. It's helpful sometimes, but not as much as Band-Aid. I pop my Hypercharge and score, getting me to rank 33 for the first time on Shelly. To finish up this mastery, I have a treat for you guys because I played Showdown. I never play Showdown unless it's for quests. There's just way too much teaming for me. It takes the fun out of it for me personally. Showdown is just, you make fake teammates by spinning and they can betray you at any given moment. That's just way too much for me. I played Duo Showdown thinking the teaming would be less, and I had a maniac for a teammate. We're playing on Feast or Famine. My teammate kept rushing the middle, which is 50-50 on whether you're going to survive that or not. I was like, I'm staying out of it. You go do you over there. If you die, that's not my fault. I'm sorry. Whether you die or not, please just grab me at least some power cubes while you're there. I felt my brain was rotting while playing this mode. It's definitely not as bad in lower trophies. It seems pretty fun, but once you get to higher trophies, it's awful. It's teaming galore. So many win traders, so many cheaters, so many teamers, so many betrayals. I never team, even in Duo Showdown. The only time I will pretend to team is if I can trick the other players and just kill them right away. That's what you get for teaming. We won a few games at rank 1, but we also lost a lot of games. It got to the point where Showdown at over 1,150 trophies was all about teaming, and because I refused to team, everyone just ganged up on us. So I decided for the very last game, I only needed 13 more points to get to Gold 3 Mastery, so I switched to Brawl Ball Sneaky Fields. We queued up with a random. I can't really deal with the Tara or the Bee as much, so I'm trying my best to stay on the Bull. He's using his walls really well. He tried to switch lanes with the Tara, but I don't think the Tara understood at all. I'm pretty sure the team we were against were all randoms and not like a pre-made team. I know once I have my super, it's all over for them. Unless the Tara had her super, but our random jockey took her out before she was able to use it, and that's just a free goal for us. I also moved my Hypercharge button a few games ago because I kept missing it with my thumb or forgetting to use it. So I put it up here so I can see it, and honestly that's so much better. I don't know what the default is that Brawl Stars gives you anymore because I've moved this button so many times, but I feel like this right here is the best position for it. Anyways, I used my Hypercharge here for the extra health, movement, and damage, and we were able to score Gold 3 on Shelly, guys. We did it. Okay, so now I am just going to collect her title. No time to explain. There it is. So good. I'm going to use this title now. I have the artist on. Holy guys, look at all of these mastery titles.